Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess. I'm about to go off to do a fair for the day, so I'll just get in my readings. So today is Saturday the 6th of April. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your love, your support, your beautiful comments, everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty, so we have the Five of Swords coming out first here. So the Five of Swords does talk of conflict. This can be conflict between you and another. It can also represent sort of being a little bit selfish too, because you're keeping the swords to yourself. I suppose when you think of the swords being thoughts, it can be about your thoughts hurting other people, your thoughts and ideas. Can also be that you've come out in front with everything and left someone behind, but you're not feeling real good because you have nobody to celebrate that with. So sometimes this is walking away from something because it doesn't serve you. So the stars here, and the star talks about hope, faith and love. It also talks about wishes coming in. So maybe you've had to walk away from something in order for a wish to come in. And then we have the decision card. So the decision, of course, with the swords is the decision that's very difficult to make because you've got your heart protected, but you've also got yourself blindfolded and the moon's in the background, meaning you don't have all the information, but maybe you're refusing to see what you have to do here. And behind that, we do have the King of Wands. So there's definitely some sort of decision here about a King of Wands. Very interesting actually. So maybe at some stage or another you moved away from someone and now you're slowly and gradually being moved back, and you have to have the choice now whether to stay with this person or not. For those of you who are in relationships where you have a twin flame, this is the sort of thing I'd expect to see, where you've had this walk away from someone, but now the universe is guiding you back and you will have to make a decision on whether you move forward with this person or not. So that's sort of what it looks like to me. Let's see where the reading goes. Okay, so we do have a Queen of Cups coming out here. Now this represents the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This particular queen is very loving and caring. She can be quite intuitive. She's very motherly and nurturing. And she's very, very comfortable with emotions. So she's able to speak about her emotions. Behind that, we have the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man is about taking time out to look at things from a different perspective. Maybe you've been looking at them one way and you need to now look at them in a completely different way. The Seven of Swords is coming out here. So this is often about someone being sneaky or their behaviour not being above board. Sometimes it can be about moving away from something and taking your thoughts with you. In this card, he leaves two behind. So it's sort of saying that he's learnt the lessons he wants to learn. So now he's moving on. And we have the Moon card coming out after that. So something a little underhand is going on here. But I'll keep going with it. Okay, Ten of Cups coming out. Ten of Cups is love, joy, happiness. It's like the Star card. It's like the Sun card, really, the minus Sun. We do have the World card coming out of that. So there's definitely some sort of cycle here that needs to be closed down. So something to do with heartbreak and deceit here as well. Okay, I'm sort of getting the mini read up front is very much, yeah, you've got a Devil card here as well. So this is something to do with somebody not being above board, not being honest, not being clear about their intentions. Queen of Rods. The Devil card can mean many things, but Wheel of Fortune's nice. I like that because the Wheel of Fortune means you're finally moving forward here. Okay. I'm sorry, I just probably did that more like a private reading or personal reading. I didn't really introduce the cards properly, but we'll go through that. We do have the Two of Cups behind what I was looking at here, which is quite interesting. So I will use that now. The story here looks to me like we've got someone who's walked away from something, maybe didn't want to walk away but knew they had to. Looking at this, it could have been through heartbreak or deceit, but you closed out a cycle. This person may be coming up as a Devil energy here, so it could be a Capricorn, but more likely that this person was either narcissistic or difficult to deal with in the past. You've walked away from them in the past, and now the universe is guiding them back to you, but you have to make a decision on whether you move forward with them because they are your soulmate. Now, we know that soulmates aren't necessarily always good. They're here to teach us a lesson regardless of what happens. So just keep that in mind too. I don't want to send you back into the arms of a narcissist if you've been treated cruelly. So please be smart and sensible about these readings. They're here just, for guidance, fun, whatever you'd like to say, but they are not here to give you a map to run by. You use your own intuition there. You make your own decisions. Okay, so what we have here is we have some situation that you've left behind that you've spent a great deal of time processing emotions over and taking time out to really look at it from every perspective. I know with my own personal journey, it's a lot of years in between. So, you do go on with your life. You do make the best of what you've got. You can't sit around for years waiting for somebody to come back because you'd fallen in love with them and they didn't feel the same way. So, at the end of the day, that can work that way. But whatever this was, you've walked away from someone here. There were things that were unknown here. The Seven of Swords can signify that there was dodgy behaviour going on, but what the dodgy behaviour was, as I've said to you many times with the Seven of Swords in readings, sometimes the dodgy behaviour can be something to do with them withholding feelings, not telling you how they feel, especially with the moon here. So maybe you walked away from something thinking that the other person didn't feel the same way, and they may have done. Just one example though. Okay, so there is happiness being given to you here. I feel that there is a closing out of some sort of cycle here in order for you to move forward. The Three of Hearts signifies that, this person may still be in a relationship with someone else. They may have come out of a relationship. They may have been just as heartbroken as you. So let me say that from this reading. It's possible you could have left them pretty heartbroken too. The Devil energy is here. So that sort of makes me feel, for many of you, maybe you had a very codependent relationship with this person. Now, that doesn't mean that they were bad, and it certainly does not mean that you were bad. There's no bad here. But maybe you were just a bit overly stuck on them. Maybe you were a bit overly clingy, a bit too needy, and they've walked away from you for that reason. It's not been unknown where you sort of got over the top with someone and they freak out and run in the other direction. But this person looks like they're ready for the universe to bring them back in again. So something's changed. And by the way I look at this, I think there was obviously some lessons learned and a lot of healing done because we have the Star here. There is a decision to be made on whether you move forward with this or not. Now, I know a lot of people are going to go, I don't want my ex back. Well, then it's not your reading. So if that's the case, then click off and go and find another reader, because this reading isn't for you, because this reading is about somebody returning. It could have been that you were really crushing on them, you were really heavily falling for them, and they were not feeling the same way and they've gone off in another direction. So you may not have actually even had a relationship with them. It may have just been an out of control sort of crush. But something is happening here because the universe is bringing them back. So up to you. Obviously the decision is yours on how you move forward with this, but there's some sort of cycle that needs to be closed out. So like I always say to you, remember there's a lesson here that you have to learn. Ultimately, you have to learn this lesson. So just keep that in mind. I know people do it all the time and I'm like, really, why would you bother commenting on it? It's not your reading. Just, move on. You don't claim the reading if it's not yours. I don't watch every reading and go, oh, that belongs to me. There are readings sometimes I'm like, yeah, I wish I had two guys in my life fighting for my attention. Not my reading. So they can be for anybody. So let the person who needs to take them, take them. The card you've got out is the Altar Priestess, and it talks about preparation, prayer, and sacred ritual. And it's card number 39. So, card 39 says, the stage is set and the world is waiting for you to take your place in sacred meditation and prayer. As your ally, the altar priestess brings a ritual of reverent interaction with the mundane world. You're being required now to see everything as sacred, all of life as a meditation, and every action as a prayer of devotion. When you're able to perceive the world in this way, your questions will lead you to the appropriate answers. If all is sacred, how can anything be wrong? Ask how you can shift your consciousness to see your circumstances through the eyes of the divine, and you will realize how perfect and sacred everything is right now. Now that's really interesting for me, because I think here we're being asked to remember that there's a greater power than the one we know we own ourselves. So even though we're a lot more powerful than we realize, there's also somebody else out there looking after us and guiding us in the right direction. So, you know, if you're spiritual and you watch these readings, you will already believe in a sacred power or a greater power than yourself. Your beliefs are your beliefs. How you see the divine, how you manifest, how you do all of those things is your own way of doing things. And how you interpret the energies that move you towards things. But basically this reading is saying that you're getting an opportunity to do something again, but more so, this opportunity is giving you a chance for closure and a lesson to learn. So good luck. Have a great weekend, everyone.